What's up, everybody? We are back. John Delarose here, the leading Hispanic voice in science fiction. Coming at you today with another fun story. The Internet Archive will end its program for free ebooks. This was something that was taken on by SIFWA, the Science Fiction Writers of America. We've talked about them at length and their racist programs lately, which prefer Black writers over other writers so they can show their woke points. They do very little for writers in general, and what they do is try to shut down any sort of good thing for the writing industry, for people who read, independent authors. They are just the anti-writers, is what it really comes to. It's like the Steve Ditko philosophy, right? There's life, then there's anti-life. There's truth, then there's anti-truth. SIFWA, even despite putting writers in their name, are the anti-writers. We did a video yesterday about how many of these people are saying they can't even write in the current year, including one Chuck Wendig, which I'm going to get into in a second. I don't relish talking about Chuck Wendig multiple times in a week. I try not to think about the guy because he's such a toxic loser. But unfortunately, we've got a couple articles which are dealing with that. So for those who missed the quote controversy, the Internet Archive is an online library. They specialize in public domain books. So you can get all these old classics, read them without having to, pay out the nose through them to various publishers who want to control what you are allowed to see and read. It's good stuff. And they have a program, or they had a program, I should say, through the Library of Congress, which actually helped get books into disabled children's hands. Chuck Wendig had a book in this program. Many publishers had it in this program. It was there for a while, and Chuck started complaining on the internet, saying, "They're pirating my books. Oh my God." And we did some analysis of it, and there were maybe 30 books of his or whatnot that actually got through this program, which was a good thing because we want to help disabled children. Me as a writer, if someone came to me and was like, "Hey, I've got a disabled children's program," I wouldn't be out there being like, "My royalties." I would try to help the kids. It's just something that I would do as a writer, but any sane person would do. Not in Wendig world. But SIFL then went after the Internet Archive. They wrote multiple things trying to bring it down. Of course, this is what SIFWA does, and they threatened a lawsuit against the Internet Archive also. And it's reported this morning that because of these Karens running the science fiction industry, because of Chuck Wendig spurring this on, the Internet Archive will end its program. So the children do not get books anymore. Too bad. All right. But Chuck had a good reason for this, according to Chuck, and it is unbelievable. And it is going to be the race baiting deflection, of course, because everything has to do with race baiting deflection now. I am not for destroying the Internet Archive, Kyle. I have not advocated for that, nor am I involved in any lawsuit that would have that effect, except for he spurred this on. SIFWA did spur this on, and it was because of his prompting. Now here's where it goes. Now here's why disabled children are going to be deprived of this program. It's not well-off white guys who get hurt by non-compensation, by the way. We usually do okay. It's about everybody else. See Publishing Paid Me. Now, the Publishing Paid Me hashtag also demands explanation because nothing these people do is overt. They always try to subvert everything very subtly as best they can. But Publishing Paid Me is a hashtag where white authors are talking about what advances they got in an attempt to show that they get better advances than Black authors, and that Black authors are therefore discriminated against in the publishing industry. So Chuck Wendig is saying that a library hurts Black people, and that is his intention here. That's what he's trying to push as a narrative. He had to shut down this program to help disabled children read because Black people. And this is how tone deaf and crazy these people are at every turn. Everything has to be about rape baiting. And notice Chuck Wendig is the whitest of them all. I mean, you don't get whiter than this. And this is why he has to deflect, because as a white man like this, if you're not pushing this narrative that, the downtrodden Black author and I'm going to be their savior, which is what he's trying to say. Think about how offensive that is if you're a Black author or a Hispanic author like myself. just awful. But this is what they do, and they get their positions of privilege within the industry because they race bait like this all the time. And then they use this as a shield, and they use Black authors as a shield for their bad behavior. And that's what we've got today. So it's really sad. I'm sad that they caved. Of course, SIFWA threatening lawsuits against libraries is par for the course of what they're doing these days. And it's par for the course of what Chuck Wendig's been doing for the last couple of years. As we mentioned, in a video a couple of days ago, he's not writing. He's having trouble writing. He can't output as he says. But that's probably better for the world, let's be honest, because Wendig's books, they're rough. But if you want a good alternative to Chuck Wendig's books, and you want to check out something free, I've got a way to do that for you. If you go to my website, delarose.com right here, which is my last name.com, you go to join my newsletter at the end here, and you get a bunch of books for subscribing. You get a full science fiction novel, a novella for my steampunk series, which is everybody's favorite series of mine so far. And of course, the first volume of Flying Sparks, my famous comic series. So this all leads into all of my series. So the Steam Night or Night Training right here is part of the Steam Night, right? It's the first third of the Steam Night, and you can check out the entire series if you enjoy it. Star Realms just kind of shows you my science fiction writing. I don't have a series going on with this as much as I would have liked to. It would have been nice. And Flying Sparks, of course, is my main comic series, which is better than anything Chuck Wendig has ever written. And it is available here also. So the first volume, which you would get for free, comprises of these first 3 issues. And then you can go and read the rest of it if you would like. Boom. So that's it. I definitely urge you to sign up for my newsletter in case I get banned from social media and things like that. Because remember, I am taking on the establishment in every aspect of things. And what happens is they eventually deplatform you for doing that. So check it out, get free books. I would please encourage you, if you do read Flying Sparks through this, please leave a review on my issue 1, because the reviews help with my advertising and all that, and I want to get that up. So far, I've there's been close to 2,500 people who have read Flying Sparks issue number 1, maybe more. And it's really hard to get people to leave reviews for some reason. So please do so. Would appreciate it. Hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this. Do you stand with the Internet Archive? Do you think this is sad? Of course you do. I'll talk to you guys later.